When most people think of the UK, images of charming villages, rolling green hills, and the comforting ritual of afternoon tea often come to mind. It's a place where tradition meets tranquility, where the pace of life seems slower and where the past lingers in every cobblestone and cottage window. We imagine the Queen waving from the balcony of Buckingham Palace, the Royal Guard standing stoic in their iconic uniforms, and the city's grand landmarks bathed in the soft glow of evening lights. For many, this is the heart of Britain, a symbol of stability, order and civility. But beyond these postcard-perfect scenes, there's another side to the UK that rarely makes the headlines. Hidden in the shadows of its bustling cities and even its quiet towns, a darker reality exists, one marked by crime, poverty and fear. It's a world that most visitors never see, and many locals would rather forget. In this series, we're going to peel back the layers of Britain's polished exterior and venture deep into the underbelly of its most dangerous cities. We'll explore the neighbourhoods where violence is a daily threat and where the struggle for safety and survival is all too real. From sprawling metropolises like London and Manchester to once peaceful towns now grappling with rising crime rates, we'll uncover not just shocking statistics but also the deeply personal stories of those living on the front lines. You'll hear from residents, police officers and community leaders who face these challenges every day. So buckle up and prepare yourself. What you're about to see may challenge everything you thought you knew about the UK. The truth can be unsettling, and the reality is often far more complex than the image we're shown. This is the UK they don't want you to see. Welcome to the dark side. London, a city renowned for its glittering skyline, historic landmarks and vibrant culture, stands as a beacon of progress and diversity on the world stage. From the bustling financial district to the creative heart of Soho, the city pulses with energy and ambition. Yet beneath this dazzling surface, another London exists, one that is rarely seen by tourists or celebrated in glossy brochures. In the shadows of its grand architecture and lively streets, London hides a dark, secret crime. As night falls, certain corners of the city transform, revealing a world marked by fear, desperation and survival. Violent crime, especially knife crime, has become a persistent and haunting presence, casting a long shadow over the capital. The statistics are sobering. In recent years, knife-related incidents have surged, with young people both the most frequent victims and perpetrators. For many, the threat of violence is a daily reality, shaping their choices and futures. We journey into notorious boroughs like Hackney and Brixton, neighbourhoods often stigmatised in the media but home to vibrant communities. Here, gang violence is not just a headline, it's a grim reality that affects families, schools and entire generations. The reasons are complex, rooted in decades of social neglect, economic hardship and fractured trust between residents and authorities. The stories are heartbreaking: young lives lost to senseless violence, families torn apart by grief, and communities living in the constant shadow of fear. Each memorial on a street corner tells a story of promise cut short, of dreams never realized. Ex-gang members, now working to steer others away from the path they once walked, share how poverty, lack of opportunity, and the absence of positive role models drew them into gang life. For many, joining a gang was less a choice and more a means of survival, a way to find belonging and protection in a world that seemed indifferent to their struggles. Police, stretched thin by limited resources and rising demand, fight a daily battle to maintain order. Their work is relentless, often dangerous and sometimes thankless. They face not only the criminals but also the deep mistrust of communities who feel let down by the system. Yet amid the darkness, glimmers of hope emerge. Community groups, youth workers and volunteers dedicate themselves to breaking the cycle of violence. Through mentorship, education and safe spaces, they offer young people alternatives to gang life and a chance to dream of a different future. But the fight is far from over. For every life saved, another is at risk. The scars of violence linger, and the struggle to reclaim the streets continues night after night. London's battle with crime is a complex tapestry woven from threads of social inequality, economic hardship, and fractured communities. To truly change the story, the city must confront not just the symptoms, but the root causes that allow the shadows to grow. Birmingham, Britain's second-largest city, pulses with youthful energy and danger. Gangs fuel a surge in violent crime, drug dealing and antisocial behaviour. Residents of Handsworth and Aston describe homes broken into, cars stolen, and constant fear. Young men barely out of their teens patrol the streets, hardened by violence. For many, joining a gang is a necessity, a twisted form of protection. Community leaders organize sports and mentorship programs hoping to offer hope, but the fight is an uphill battle. Manchester, famed for music and nightlife, also harbors a darker side. Drug-related crime fuels violence and antisocial behavior in areas like Moss Side and Hume. We witness the devastating impact of addiction on individuals and families. Recovering addicts share stories of lost potential and the struggle to reclaim their lives. Police conduct regular raids, but the supply seems endless. Rehabilitation centres offer a lifeline, but the battle is far from over. Manchester's drug epidemic remains a daunting challenge. Liverpool, steeped in history and music, is haunted by a legacy of organised crime. The influence of notorious gangs lingers in the city's underbelly. We explore the Docklands and hear tales from former gangsters about violence and loyalty. Regeneration projects are transforming Liverpool, bringing optimism. Community leaders work to break the cycle and offer youth a brighter future, but the scars of the past run deep, and vigilance remains essential. Leeds, once industrial, now faces a surge in violent crime. The city centre after dark is a hotbed for brawls and antisocial behaviour. We patrol with police, witnessing the nightly chaos and tension. Business owners describe vandalism and a growing sense of unease. The city council has increased police presence and CCTV, but problems persist. Some blame the nightlife, others point to deeper issues like poverty and lack of opportunity. Leeds struggles to balance its vibrant nightlife with public safety. Sheffield, once renowned for steel, now faces a surge in knife crime. Communities are scarred by violence, families grieving lost loved ones. Youth workers try to steer young people away from gangs, citing poverty and lack of opportunity. Police have stepped up patrols, but the problem persists. The city invests in social programs, hoping to offer a brighter future. Nottingham, steeped in legend, now battles gun crime. Once dubbed Shottingham, the city has made progress, but danger remains. Residents of St Anne's and Radford speak of fear and violence. Former gang members describe guns as symbols of power and survival. Police fight to get illegal firearms off the streets, but the supply is relentless. We witness a tense firearms raid. One gun seized, another appears. Nottingham's fight requires law enforcement, community outreach, and social intervention. Bristol, a city celebrated for its vibrant art scene and creative energy, is also grappling with a growing and complex drug problem that lurks just beneath its colourful surface. While the city is often associated with music, street art and innovation, there's a darker reality that many residents face daily. In neighbourhoods like St Paul's and Easton, the signs of this crisis are hard to ignore. Open-air drug deals take place in broad daylight, and antisocial behaviour has become a part of the local landscape. Residents often witness exchanges in alleyways, and the presence of drug paraphernalia on the streets is a constant reminder of the challenges these communities face. The city centre, once a hub for shoppers and tourists, has now become the epicentre of the drug trade. Suspicious activity is visible even in the busiest squares, and a heightened police presence is now a regular sight. For many, the heart of Bristol feels less safe than ever before. Tonight, we join a dedicated plainclothes police unit as they navigate the city's labyrinthine streets, playing a tense game of cat and mouse with drug dealers. Their work is relentless, requiring patience, vigilance, and a deep understanding of the city's underbelly. For ordinary residents, the impact is deeply personal. Many fear walking home after dark, worried about what they might encounter. Shop owners, too, are forced to clean up discarded needles and other hazardous waste from their doorsteps each morning, a daily reminder of the crisis unfolding outside their businesses. In response, the City Council has launched a multi-pronged approach, combining increased policing with expanded addiction support services. Outreach workers are on the front lines, offering help to those struggling with substance abuse. Yet despite these efforts, the problem remains deeply entrenched, with no easy solutions in sight. Bristol's creative spirit and sense of community are undeniable, but they are now shadowed by a drug crisis that challenges the city's identity. As the struggle continues, residents and officials alike are left searching for answers, determined to reclaim the streets beneath the creative facade. Bradford, once a textile hub, now faces a surge in violent crime. Assault, robbery and sexual offences have left communities shaken. Victims share harrowing stories, highlighting the human cost. Community leaders address root causes like poverty and lack of opportunity. Bradford stands at a crossroads, striving for a safer future. Coventry, once a symbol of peace, now faces a surge in violent crime. Stabbings, shootings and gang activity leave residents feeling vulnerable. Locals describe a climate of fear and worry for their children's safety. Community activists organise peace marches and youth outreach while police step up patrols. Coventry's struggle is a reminder that darkness can lurk anywhere. So there you have it, a glimpse into the UK's underbelly, where crime casts a long shadow. These cities remind us that crime affects us all, no matter where we live. Stay vigilant, be aware and protect yourself and your loved ones. Share your experiences in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more hard-hitting documentaries.